One of the biggest issues that the LGBT community has with the TQXYZ, or the alphabet mafia, is the fear-mongering based on outright lies. And one of the most ridiculous lies that they peddle is that the biggest threat to our existence is the conservative community in Western democracies. Because conservatives really don't care about us. They don't give us say pokkai about what we do in our bedrooms. A bigger threat to our existence is actually the far left sheeple who enable stuff like this.
These are the 12 countries where you can be put to death for being gay. Number 12 is Uganda. Number 11 is the United Arab Emirates. Number 10 is Qatar. Number 9 is Pakistan. Number 8 is Mauritania. Number 7 is Brunei. And number 6 is Afghanistan. Now, all of these countries that I just listed, there is a possibility of the death penalty, but the countries that are the top 5 are pretty much a guaranteed death sentence. Number 5 is Iran, or I'm sure we're all shocked. Number 4 is northern Nigeria. Number 3 is Saudi Arabia. And number 2 is Somalia. And let me just say to anybody who is going to make that snarky comment that says, yeah, well, after this last election, it's about to be the United States. Let me just stop you right there and say, if you're going to flex your privilege that way on this comment section, you should be fucking ashamed of yourself, because the poor souls that live in these countries with the tyranny that goes on there, you have no fucking right to politicize and bring our wonderful, privileged, beautiful country that allows us to walk around and be queer all we fucking want to into this situation. Number 1 is Yemen.
This list just represents the tip of the iceberg, because there are actually 64 countries where it's still illegal to be gay. And it's one of the big reasons why asylum seekers flock to our Western democracies where they can find safety. And when I say asylum seekers, I'm talking about legal migrants who seek refuge through legal means. Because our great nations offer sanctuary to people who do not have the freedom to love who they want without being persecuted and risking their lives. And do you know what gets in the way of this? The flooding of our immigration system by illegals who break the law and clog up the system, all while LGBT people living under backwards regimes are continuing to lose their lives. And what's more, the alphabet mafia are actually supporting these repressive ideologies because they are a central part of the poisonous, woke, far-left cult that shuts down any such conversation and labels it as bigotry. They are so blinded by their dogmatic neo-Marxist ideologies that they don't even see the people that they purport to support. They don't realize that so many of the black and brown people who are flocking to these Western democracies are here because they're escaping the persecution they faced under the backwards cultures in the countries that they fled. Every spoiled, privileged Westerner who cries about their pronouns and the right to medicate children is actually hampering our cause. They're essentially diverting attention and valuable resources away from countries where homophobia is genuinely taking lives. These people are ignorant, narcissistic, and immature, and it's they who are a threat to homosexuals. It's not the conservatives. In fact, I can guarantee you there are just as many conservatives who enjoy a bit of backdoor rumpy-pumpy and muff diving as there are leftists who do. In fact, we're probably getting way more than you, which I imagine is the reason why so many of you are so grumpy and miserable. This isn't a war though, because I love you all, I love everybody. But there's a generation out here that has been misguided by ideology, and they need our help to open their eyes. And a good start is to stop attacking those of us in the LGBT who do not follow along with far-left ideology. We just want people to stop behaving like such bok gai ham ga chans, okay?